For almost 2 decades, we here at Caverton have been operating and maintaining very complex machines. And this requires a high level of competency and technical prowess. However, we can only be seen as successful if we continuously exceed the high safety standards expected of our clients.
In Caverton, we take safety as our #1 priority. Safety of the staff, safety of the passengers, and safety of the aircraft. No one goes to bed until the aircraft is safely parked in the hangar and everyone is back home safe with their families. Caverton Helicopters is one of the leading aviation companies in Lagos, Nigeria, and in West Africa. Overall, we command a fleet of 23 planes and helicopters, and we operate out of 6 bases. 5 in Nigeria, mainly Port Harcourt, Warri, and Lagos, and 1 in Cameroon. We've flown over 32,000 flying hours and transported over 340,000 passengers home safely.
Having played for several years in the maritime industry as a shipping company, Caverton saw opportunities in the aviation logistics sector and took a dive as a pioneer.
Caverton started off as a marine business as far back as 1999. In 2004, we moved into the aviation space, which was at the time being occupied by 2 major international players. Fortunately, by stint of hard work and dedication, we were able to break that jinx and also get to play in this field.
For almost 2 decades, we here at Caverton have been operating and maintaining very complex machines. And this requires a high level of competency and technical prowess. However, we can only be seen as successful if we continuously exceed the high safety standards expected of our clients.
The company demonstrates its commitment to safety on a daily basis by developing the capacity of its people. Our capacity to comply with standard operating procedures, which seeks to ensure that even in an ever-dynamic environment, every flight, we strive to make the experience the same, to ensure that the customer is satisfied on a daily basis, and we end the operation for that day safely.
Here at Caverton Helicopter, one of the things that make us quite proud and happy is the issue of national content development. When I joined the industry, it was a case of a ratio of 3 expatriate pilots to 1 national pilot. And today we stand quite proud to see that the trend has been reversed. We now have a ratio of about 3 national pilots to 1 expatriate pilot in our operations.
I started here in 2011 with barely 300 hours. Grown today to captain and eventually base managing pilot of this operation, which has about over 100 people.
As we are aware, Caverton supports local content, and I'm one of the beneficiaries. So far, it's been a good journey, affording me the opportunity to build my flying experience as a helicopter pilot.
I joined Caverton right from flying school, and the journey has been quite encouraging. I'm proud to be part of the team.
Caverton has been involved in training its staff or its members of staff from inception till date. This is something that Caverton takes a lot of pride in because of the fact that we understand that training is important. Training and retraining, to be specific, to be able to deliver competent, efficient, and quality service to our clients. Basically, it's very important to note that there is no Caverton without training. and there is no training without Caverton.
We have the Caverton Observed Flight Evaluation Program. We have also done the LOSA program. We have also done a host of other activities which have all gone a long way in improving our safety performance. We have safety moments we do every Mondays. We have toolbox meeting we do every morning before flight. We have simulator training programs we go to ensure that our crew are competent and ready to actually deliver good and safe and efficient service to our clients and to our other people who require our services. We have continued to improve together with all our team here, safety department, quality department, technical department, HR and admin. All have worked together in harmony to be able to achieve a safe and efficient operations.
We, as a company, employ over 400 staff at the moment, and many of these staff are run through well over 25 countries in the world. And so we have a diverse cultural situation which we have harnessed to enhance our capabilities. So we have people from the Americas, from Europe, from Africa, Asia, and everyone coming with their backgrounds. We have been able to harness all of this to create a harmonious working environment.
Ce que j'appréciais le plus à Caverton, c'est le fait de rencontrer d'autres employés de différentes nationalités et cultures. Et le fait que la société a un système de gestion décentralisé qui permet aux employés de pouvoir souligner leur point de vue à l'employeur.
We also have a couple of programs which tend to enhance staff welfare as well as bonding among staff. So as part of those programs is the work-life balance, where management and staff bond together as well as do things that tend to enhance their fitness. It's not just about things you do in the office, but things that will help you build yourself physically.
We have trained a lot of Nigerians, not just in the technical side, also in the non-technical side. So we're not referring to training only pilots and engineers. We've also trained people who joined us as cleaners, and today they're engineers, and as well as people who joined us in different departments and are currently holding other roles at the moment. When I joined Caverton Helicopters, November 1, 2005, I started here as a cleaner, and I've grown up with the company, and today I am the helicopter landing officer, which I serve till now, and I still hope to grow more.
Caverton has been a great place to be. In terms of opportunity, I want to appreciate Caverton as an organization for that, because there are several opportunities given to staff, most especially in growing capacity. And I want to say I'm one of the beneficiaries. I can tell you, I joined this company as a cleaning staff, and right now I'm in finance and account department. Caverton has been a good place to develop.
Caverton, safety is everybody's business. So we've developed what we call the golden rules. We comply with all regulations, climate requirements, and best practices. We intervene whenever we see or observe an unsafe act. We learn from our mistakes and share best practices to increase our safety performance. We do this by the safety stand down once a week for 15 to 20 minutes where all our bases will shut down and everybody comes together to have safety learning.
Moving forward, our focus in the technical team is on moving to a more planned environment. A more planned environment will avoid us having to take actions that have the potential to reduce our margins of safety. Examples of these are any situations that cause additional workload for our staff or subject them to elevated operational pressures. To ensure that we have the required numbers of staff holding the correct qualifications, we have developed an establishment document for line and base maintenance. This document tracks that our capacity matches the load and that we have adequate levels of licence and aircraft type cover in the required locations. We're also actively recruiting to bring in staff to support the new and additional aircraft that we're introducing into the Caverton fleet. We have developed a similar establishment document within airworthiness management to ensure that we have the required level of staffing in our type engineer population with the necessary qualifications and experience.
We want to redefine our safety culture with the underpinning factor of candidness and openness. And really, we're talking about just culture here. And by this, I mean the courage to confidently own up to a mistake or to stop a senior supervisor from carrying out an unsafe work act. The focus of the group is to remain at the forefront of safety innovation in our industry. And this can be seen in our continuous investment in safety critical tools, such as the first helicopter full flight simulator training device in Africa, which is being installed at our Caverton Aviation Academy, the introduction of the Ramco software, which will be used to digitize the management of our technical, logistics, and flight operations, and the construction of one of the largest helicopter maintenance, repair, and overhaul facilities in sub-Saharan Africa. So this vision cuts across from our helicopter operations and our aircraft operations to our marine and vessel operations to ensure safety best practice and zero fatalities and downtime due to injuries.
In our line of business, there's a huge associated risk, and we aim for zero. Zero incidents, zero accidents, and zero fatalities. In Caverton, we believe safety begins with you, and safety has to start from the top. So from our management team, we do quarterly base visits and town hall interactions with all our staff. Unfortunately, in March 2020, we got hit with COVID-19. This had a huge impact on both Caverton and the industry as a whole. However, we came together as a team and one family and adjusted to the new normal and picked up where things left off. New procedures were put in place, which included mandatory hand washing, temperature checks, regular sanitizing, and disinfecting of the environment.
Safety is just not a word that we use in our daily conversations to tick a box. It's what drives us at our core and what allows us to safely get our clients back home to their families at the end of the day.
In Caverton, we take safety as our #1 priority. Safety of the staff, safety of the passengers, and safety of the aircraft. No one goes to bed until the aircraft is safely parked in the hangar and everyone is back home safe with their families.
Caverton has golden rules, which is CRILs, comply.
We encourage people to comply, and where there are deviations from these standards, we encourage them to report as well. Report events, report deviations.
We intervene whenever we see or observe an unsafe act. We learn from our mistakes and share best practices to increase our safety performance.